Welcome, everyone, to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sun Devils will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right, starting the season off to that.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams.
He is smashing people. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Got him downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And he had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, crossed the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
Comes out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
And he doesn't quite get the score. Ridden out of bounds at the 3.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll run this play from the pistol. The run to the right. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll return it from the 50. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Let's go. Wide receiver shows motion. The option look. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Give to the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
14, Arizona State, 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Arizona State Sun Devils will take over 1st and 10.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Working that left side now. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Nebraska 14, Arizona State 0.
A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They're testing the right side here. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because.
And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Huskers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Baylor has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over San Jose State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah. And
heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Bringing it back. The 30. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Going to the running game. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll leave it with him. Just steamrolling the defense. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
In the end zone.
His defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, Arizona State, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Release to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
He wants to take the top off. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in the film.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick.
Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He uncorks one deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Not on this play.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
He'll field the punt and take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Can't hang on, it's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be third down.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get two hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Looking to go up top on first down. He lets one fly deep. And it's caught inside the 20. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll try to power it in. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Nebraska 28, Arizona State 0.
The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board, and Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Here's the handoff. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. And the Sun Devils brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Line getting set on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Wide out in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's right on target. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for it all. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. When a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Six plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, the ground game.
What a huge stop by the defense, forcing the 4th down and making the 4th down and goal a little bit harder by getting a lost yardage play. Nice job bowing up by this defense.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next one.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
the end of the third quarter. With the score, Nebraska 31, Arizona State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Squirrel.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Leon. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Leon. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Touch pass on the run. Past the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all of the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fast motion from the offense. This is a design run. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
1st and goal, Nebraska.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They want to run this quarterback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Arizona State 0.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes his connection. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Offense in a bunch formation. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Zings it complete to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. If it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score Nebraska 41, Arizona State 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Touchdown, Husker! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd down, going up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you need.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation.